Hey guys, Jonny May here, and welcome to this week's quick tip where I'm going to teach you how to play smooth jazz piano. Now, do you ever listen to a smooth jazz pianist and you hear them playing these super cool little licks in the right hand and you're thinking, how are they coming up with these really cool sounding licks? Well, in today's quick tip, I'm going to teach you exactly how smooth jazz pianists come up with these licks. You're going to learn an essential smooth jazz chord progression. You're going to learn an essential smooth jazz grip. This allows you to create endless licks, and you're going to learn an essential smooth jazz scale so that you can maneuver up and down the keyboard with total freedom. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, step one for learning smooth jazz is to learn the most important smooth jazz chord progression, and here's how it goes. Okay, it is only 2 chords. It's so simple to play. The first chord I'm playing is called a C minor 7 chord. It's C, E flat, G, and B flat. All right? The second chord that you need to know is called an F7 chord. Okay, it's C, E flat, F, and A. All right, so it's very, very simple to play this. Now, if you want to play this in a little more of an advanced way, you can use these really cool chords called rootless voicing chords, and you play it like this. Like the first chord, this is called a C minor 9, and then on the F chord, you can jump from the F to this chord. This is called an F13 chord. These are called rootless voicings. If you don't know your rootless voicings, you can learn them over at pianowithjohnny.com, as well as all of your 7th chords. But you pick the chords that you want to play. Now, if you guys are enjoying this lesson, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. Now, the next step is to add some groove to your chords, because you can play your chords like this and just hold them, but it's a lot more interesting to play a little groove. So here's a really cool smooth jazz groove that I love to play. It goes like this. Okay, very, very simple to play. Basically, I'm just popping the chord 3 times. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and to the next chord. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and okay, so you kind of want to feel this groove. Ta, ta, ta. Okay. Now you can play this with a backing track. This course comes with 3 backing tracks at different tempos. So we'll play this at the medium tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Sounds great. And by the way, you can download these backing tracks as well as the lesson sheet music you're seeing up here on the top left of your screen at pianowithjohnny.com. I'll put a link to that below. But I want to move you on to the next step, and I want to talk about how to improvise over this chord progression. And the first thing that you need to know is your smooth jazz grip. This is a grip that smooth jazz pianists use to create licks and riffs. And here it is. Doesn't that sound amazing? And basically, I'm using 5 notes for this grip, all right? So the grip is C, E flat, F, F sharp, and A, okay? This is slightly different than your C blues scale. If you know your C blues scale, there's no A in the scale. It's a slightly different scale, and it is used a lot in smooth jazz. Now, you can play this blocked like this. You could play it broken like this. Now for fingering, this is the recommended fingering. Thumb on C, index finger on E flat, 3rd finger on F, and 3rd finger on F sharp, okay? So get kind of used to this little grip here as you create your lines. Now you're gonna wanna practice some exercises that use this grip, because you know, it's one thing to learn the notes, but you really need to know what to do with this grip to actually play interesting lines. So the first exercise I'm gonna teach you today is called an 8th note exercise. It goes like this. We're basically playing 8th notes in the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I'm basically coming up and down this scale, right? Little hold here on the F sharp or G flat, and then I go F, E flat, C. And I keep the A on the top the entire time. We're basically harmonizing with the right hand. The second exercise that you should really practice if you want to really master creating licks and riffs is called a slide exercise, and it goes like this. Really cool. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm actually sliding down from that G flat down to F with my third finger, okay? So you're gonna do a strike and then a slide down with the same finger. This is called a down slide, okay? Then we go E flat, back up to F and A, and then C by itself, and then E flat with the A, and the F and the A. That's it, okay? It's a very, very simple lick, and it's really important to understand how to use slides when you're playing in this style. Okay, here's how the exercise goes with the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, okay? And by the way, you can practice this with the backing tracks. If you wanted to play this with the slow backing track, this is what this one would sound like, okay? Check it out, here it is. 2 and 3 and 4 and that sound amazing? All right. The third essential technique that you really need to know if you want to improvise in the smooth jazz style is the turn technique. Such an important technique. This is that really authentic, smooth jazz sound. Basically what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the F and the A like this. I've got my second finger, my index finger on the F and my pinky on the A. And what I'm going to do is this little turn. Okay, I'm grabbing the F and I'm turning off that F. I'm going up to the G flat and then F, E flat. Okay, that's it. That's what a turn is. And actually this is a harmonized turn. So we're putting the A on top of the turn to make it sound cool, and then we come back to that single note E flat, and then we repeat it like that, all right? So basically with the left hand, and then we change the chord. Okay, isn't that nice? So again, you can practice this. This is what this one would sound like with the fastest backing track. Check it out. 1, 2, and here we go. Doesn't that sound amazing? Now you've learned the chord progression in step number 1. We learned this grip in step number 2 in our right hand. Step number 3 is to learn a scale that will allow you to maneuver up and down the piano and basically create lines wherever you want on the piano. And the most important scale to learn is your blues scale, okay? So if you already know your blues scale, you can skip ahead. But if you don't know your blues scale, the notes are C, E flat, thumb under to F, third finger on F sharp, thumb under to G, and the middle finger on B flat. That's it. It's literally thumb to middle, the whole way up the piano, and then you can come down, same thing, right? 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay, so again, this scale allows you to move up and down the piano to your various grip positions. So if I want to start in grip number 1, maybe right here, now I'm basically playing my grip down here, and my blues scale is what brought me down to this new position. And so this is how smooth jazz pianists maneuver up and down the piano, is they use the blues scale, and then they find that grip. Now the next step is we're going to take all of these elements and we're going to combine them to improvise. But before we do this, if you're enjoying this lesson, I want to encourage you to check out our funk and smooth jazz grooves and licks course. In this course, we do a deep dive on this style. We talk about a lot more smooth jazz grooves, and I teach you in a lot more detail how to create your own licks. All right, are you ready? We're going to start combining all 3 of these elements, and I'm going to teach you how to create some really cool lines. Okay, so what you might do when you're starting is to start with your grip. Maybe do some 8th notes, some slides. You can kind of mix these elements, which is really nice. Like I might play some slides. I'm doing, like I'm mixing slides and my turns, okay? Really nice. So I would spend a lot of time in one position and don't use any scale. Just come up with interesting ideas and try mixing the various elements. Once you're feeling pretty comfortable in this position, then you can start to maneuver up and down the piano. So I might start in my grip position. Okay, and now what I did is after this grip, I came down my blues scale, and now I'm back to my grip. Okay, so what I recommend that you do is start in your grip high. You can even start up here. Come down your blues scale. Okay, you can even go up. All right, the final thing I want to do is play with the backing track. We're going to play with that medium tempo backing track, and I'm going to be explaining to you the techniques that I'm using as I'm taking this solo. So here we go. Oh, 1, 2. All right, we're going to start in that grip position. Simple eighth notes. Let's do some slides. Some turns. Let's mix them together. Let's take the blues scale down the piano. Let's take it up. All right, my friends, this concludes this week's quick tip, and if you enjoyed this lesson, I want to encourage you to check out pianowithjohnny.com. We have over 800 step-by-step lessons in jazz, blues, pop, theory, technique, improvisation. It is the full learning platform for all playing levels. Also, be sure to check out the Piano with Johnny membership. This gives you unlimited access to all of our courses, plus you get to be part of our live monthly events, including our live Q&As, our live workshop lessons. We do student assessments where you can send me a video and I'll give you personalized feedback. We do weekly challenges for our members, student collaborations, and we have a ton of fun. So go check out Piano with Johnny, and I'll see you in the next one.